want to send some love to Regina. She's not able to join us today. She did have a death in the family, or a friend of the family. But much love to you, darling, and we'll see you next time. All right, let's get on into it. Today, my special guest, she is a friend of mine that I recently made. She's a part of the Saturday Night Live band, the percussionist. She's been there for 28 years. She is also the percussionist at the Lion King on Broadway, as well as a professor of Western African drumming and dance at NYU. She's an incredible lady. She's picked incredible music, and I can't wait to have the conversation. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the one and only Valerie Naranjo. Hey, Val.
Hey, thank you for having me. Wow, it's just a totally different kind of interview, and I thank you for everything you do.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad. It was really cool. I'm kind of a shy guy until you get to know me. And I remember the first day that I was getting coffee there in the hallway at SNL, you introduced yourself to me. You're just so kind to me. And I took to you right away. So I'm honored to have you here on The Spice.
It's an honor to be here. It's always an honor to tell your story, because hopefully we can share and learn and spread the love.
That's what we're going to do. So if it's cool with you, we're going to get right into the spice.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Song number 1, it is Aki Wowo. And give me the name of the person who wrote this song, Val.
This is the amazing Babatunde Alatunji from Nigeria.
Nice. I couldn't have said it better myself. This song, your mom was the first person who really encouraged you to pursue percussion. So tell us about growing up in the Midwest. Tell us about your mixed ethnicity and your mom really encouraging you to pursue percussion.
Well, the reason I chose this song is because it was my mother who introduced me to this groundbreaking Drums of Passion CD that Olatunji kind of used to introduce West African music to audiences who otherwise probably, to new audiences.
Yeah.
My mom was she's my heroine, for sure. She passed in 2012. She always kind of knew the right things for me, and I always knew if I took her advice, I'd be okay. So when I decided to choose an instrument after singing from the age of 5 till, I guess, roughly the age of 9, I wanted to play flute. And she said, well, every band needs a drummer. You're right. So I will go into it. I was kind of lazy with it for a couple of years, but then she decided she told me she was going to sell my drum set. And I said, you can't do that. And according to her, the next day I was in there, hitting the shed, and I've never stopped since. My mom is from the Navajo Hispanic side of my family. My dad is Southern Ute, and I grew up in Southern Colorado. My mother actually never told me till I was probably after I was in the SNL band that she herself wanted to become a drummer. She loved drums.
Really?
She loved percussion, but she never told me, because I think I might have done it because of her or in spite of her. You never know. But what happened is that her grandfather, she was reared by her grandfather, her maternal grandfather. And he sized up the situation and realized in the small southern Colorado town that she grew up in, the only places to really make music were the bar, the VFW hall, and, some crazy gathering. And he surmised that probably there would be alcohol at all of those places. And so he told her, no way. You're not going to be in those situations because it won't be good for you. So she carried that with her, and fortunately, by the end of our life, our life together, we were able to do what was called the Women's Drum Happening, which was a drum and dance symposium for women and only women. And we had a wonderful time. So,
That must have been
thanks, Mom.
amazing.
Yeah, thanks to
Yeah.
Mom. She had my best interest in mind, always did.
Yeah, that's
And this is
incredible.
one of the things she loved to listen to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you move your body. These rhythms that you can't help it. They get into you.
Well,
But I was going to
Olatunji,
say, go ahead.
Olatunji was one of the first West Africans who came to the United States and said, kind of looked around him and said, people around here don't know West African music. So I better do something. So,
Yeah, right?
he was a great mentor to many, many people here in the United States to bring West African music across the pond.
And here we are today, playing it for the masses and exposing more people to the amazing music. I really appreciate that. What I was going to say was that my father passed away 2 years ago, and he was a DJ. And, I'm a DJ as well. And there were a handful of times where we got to play together. And, I mean, it was the best. So I can only imagine how incredible it was when you finally had the opportunity to play drums alongside your mom.
Yeah, and they say the best thing in life is to plant a tree that will provide shade when you can no longer sit under it. So I guess
Yeah.
we both had parents who did that. Yay.
Yes, we did. All right.